What is going on, everybody? Welcome. Another Tuesday night chat with the Muskrat and Creole. But only Creole is on the screen right now. Roger's a little under the weather. He decided to take the night off, get some rest. No problem. I hope he's watching. Hope he enjoys the show tonight. So y'all are stuck with just me tonight. So we're gonna see what we're gonna do tonight. Didn't really have a big detailed plan coming into the show tonight. I had the whole drive home, all 2.5 hours, to think about what I want to talk about tonight. We got so much stuff going on. I think we can figure it out. I think we're gonna have a good show tonight. So, first thing we go do, as always, we go say hi to a couple people in chat. The first one that I see in chat, my buddy Sampy, Mike Sampin. What's going on, brother? Mr. Tommy with Mental Dunkers, see you in the house. Welcome. Mr. Jimmy Geiger in the house. I see Harold Bolton. Let's see. I see a bunch of them going back and forth. My buddy Brian, Big Ranch Catfishing. What's going on, brother? Fishing the Mid-South. Mike, what's going on, man? Let's see. Carolina Catfish in the house. Let's see. Keith with NWPA Fishing. What's going on, man? Good to have you in here. Miss Paula Smith. What's happening, Paula? Good to have you in the show. Bob Cat. What's happening, Bob Cat? Good to have you in here, brother. Let's see. I see Miss Robin is in the house. I see a Facebook user. Can't see a name, but hello. How's it going? Steve Ransom in the house. Mr. Trey Stroup is in the house. Man, I hope I said that last name right. I hope I didn't butcher it. But what's going on, man? War Pig Catfishing. What's going on, brother? Uh-oh. See, whenever I'm by myself on the show, my wife loves to troll me in chat. So here we go. It's going to be one of those nights. I can tell already. Miss Becca. What's going on, Miss Becca? I see Mr. Tom, Mr. LG Bass. What's going on? Let's see Mr. Alvin Lewis in the house. Ripping Lips Fishing. We've got Mr. Terry Lane in the house. Daryl with Trophy Seeker Outdoors. Got a nice little crowd already in the house. We can holler everybody as they come in. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it again, I actually pinned, well, I tried to pin, got a little link. I'm going to put it in chat right there. First thing I want to talk about, and we said we were going to do this last week, was if any of the guys involved in the Ladies' Choice tournament coming up want to come in here tonight, either talk about their call outs, talk some smack, maybe make a call out official that maybe is not quite official yet. Certain person in chat, I'm talking to you, because you talked about maybe wanting to do that tonight. I'm going to leave that up to y'all. But every now and then I'll throw that link in there. Hey, if y'all want to come on in, talk about it, talk some smack, do whatever y'all want to do. Hey, it is open season tonight. It is absolutely open season. Another thing that I wanted to at least, yeah, exactly. I'm already in here, but I have been talking a little bit of smack, a little bit, not a whole bunch. I've been talking a little bit. I'm trying to, I'm trying to dial it back a little bit. Let me play the vid. Oh, that's on my phone in Messenger. If I could figure out how to make that play on screen, I will do that. I may have to work on that in a second. But that's right. I do have that little video. Completely forgot about that. But my phone and my computer don't get along very well. So I may have to save that for another time. But thank you for reminding me about that. Another thing I wanted to touch on, mention, while I have everybody's attention, is you see scrolling across the screen, just another reminder about the Catfish Conference and the Catfish and Crappie Expo. I keep forgetting what the name of the thing is, but Louisville, Kentucky, 24th and the 25th. You've got these two worlds coming together. You got the catfish community coming together with all the crappie fishermen, all the vendors, all of the seminars that's going to be put on, all the products that are going to be out there to actually put your hands on these products. And there's always some good deals. Now, I have never been myself. I hate that, but hey, next year I'm going to find a way. But there's always some good deals because, hey, you don't have to pay shipping on anything you buy there because you're taking it home with you. Lots of stuff to see, lots of people to meet. There's going to be like a YouTube booth, YouTube area where all the YouTubers are going to be hanging out. And I promise you, if you go to any of the vendor booths, you will see your favorite YouTubers and TikTokers all at these booths. Guys, they're going to be everywhere at this place. And Daryl is also reminding me that the fried catfish contest is going to be held there. And apparently, Daryl and them will be cooking up some Tennessee style fried catfish. So that I think that'd be worth the trip, just that, to eat a bunch of fried catfish. Not a bad thing at all. What's going on? Welcome. Good to have you in here. Tyler Anglin, what's going on? Good to have you in the show, bro. Another thing that I wanted to give everybody an opportunity that at least I've never done this before. At least I don't think so. And I may regret this later, especially with my wife trolling me in chat and waiting for me to mess something up. JR Fishing, what's going on, man? I imagine that's Richard. Good to have you in the show, brother. I'm glad you can watch. I see for Shizzle in the house and more people coming in. I love it. Twisted Tackle Fishing, what's going on? I'm going to give everybody a unique opportunity tonight, and I'm probably going to end up regretting this, judging by some of the people I see in chat. They're going to have all kinds of fun with this. Part of what I wanted to do as we talk about other things, I kind of wanted to turn this into a Ask Me Anything kind of show. I will only answer YouTube-friendly questions. Okay, so for anybody getting any ideas in chat, we got to keep it YouTube friendly here. But basically, anything y'all want to know about me, just anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Throw it up. Heck, I'll answer it. We'll have some fun with it. As we're talking about other things, I figure I'll let y'all have a little bit of fun with me while y'all got me up here by myself. Because y'all know how I get. I get all kinds of weird ideas when I'm by myself. See, Big Mike, what's going on? Curtis, good to have you in the house, buddy. Mr. Paul Boyd is in the house. Let's see who else we got. I see Bobcat still rolling through there. Haha, that's a good one. Hey, you know what? I will answer that question, Paula. I'll tell you exactly what my game plan is. Number one, I'm going to pull up to my bumping spot, and if they've got some fish in it, I'm going to be bumping. Okay, it's very simple. And if I can find fish all stacked up in one congregated area, like they do sometimes, I'm going to pull my bumping rod, I'm going to throw my anchor, and I'm going to anchor on them babies and start pulling them in. So that's exactly what my plan is. And I have no problem telling you that. No problem at all. Because we ain't fishing the same waters. So, hey, it doesn't matter to me. Like I said, if y'all ask a question, I'll answer it. I'll probably end up regretting that at some point. But, but you got to go with it. I thought I saw my dad trolling me in here, too, at some point. Yeah, until lumber prices come down, it ain't coming along at all. So, yeah, that's exactly what we got going on with that. Actually, not very much, Robin. Not very much at all. The way I need to fish against Paula, specifically targeting not less numbers, more quality, is honestly how I like to fish for myself anyway. So what Paula and I are doing leads right into my normal way of fishing, to be honest with you. So no, that's how I like to fish, is regardless of the numbers, go for the big ones. That's exactly how I like to do things. Miss Pam in the house, what's going on? Nice to have you. Let's see. I want to make sure I don't get behind in chat and miss anybody. I know I said hi to Becca, but I'm going to say hi to her again because I can do that. Okay. You can fish anywhere in the world for any species. What would it be? I have had the urge for many, many, many years before I ever thought about trophy catfishing to go catch yellowfin tuna out of Venice, Louisiana, which is 4 or 5 hours south of my house. I've always wanted to do that, and one of these days I will be able to do that. But that's probably a fish wise at the top of my bucket list. Is out of south of my house, Venice, Louisiana, for yellowfin tuna. I would absolutely love to do that. I'd love to bring one home to eat it too. I promise you that. Let's see who else has dropped out. See, Keith Doc Reed is in the house. What's going on, Keith? Good to have you in here, bro. I said, hopefully I don't get too far behind. I hate when I get behind in chat. Y'all deserve better than that from me. If somebody makes her one, then she'll get it. She ain't getting one of mine. I know that. But she got to beat me first, which I don't plan on allowing that to happen. You know, I have no intentions on dropping an L to Miss Paula Smith. Catfish in Fresno, what's going on? Justin, what's going on, brother? Good to have you in the house. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not I'm not very far from Venice. Ooh, that's actually a good question. My favorite rod and reel and why? Well, actually, right now, as of this moment, and I'm going to leave a certain rod out simply because I haven't had a long enough time to put it through its paces. I just got a brand new Hellcat. My wife bought it for me for Christmas. I haven't hooked anything big on it yet, so I don't have an opinion of that rod just yet. So I'm going to leave that one on out for a second. As of right now, if I only had to bring one rod and reel with me to fish, it would have to be one of my Bluecat rods, one of my Muddy River Catfishing Bluecat rods with one of my Penn Squall 2s on it. That would, if I only had to bring one anchoring rod, that's the one it would be, is my Bluecat rod and my Penn Squall. Simply because the Bluecat rod, in my humble opinion, for my area, I can catch anything between 2 pounds and 150 pounds. It'll handle it all. I can throw the biggest weights I have, the biggest baits. It'll handle them, but it's still sensitive enough to catch a smaller fish if I need to. The Penn Squall 2, I don't think that requires much explanation. Everybody knows I'm a Penn guy. I love those squalls, especially the second series they've come out with. It's a tank of a reel. I love them. That's just, you know, I'm a Penn guy. That's just how it is. That is my favorite right there. Okay. Oh, let's see. I'm trying not to get behind, guys. Yes, that is a catfish behind me with my channel name that my wife got for me 2 Christmases ago, I believe, if I remember right. 2 or 3. I've been having that for a good while now. Been having that for a good while. Let's see. Trying to keep up, guys. Let's see. Yeah, well, if I had a rod with my name on it, I would fish with it too. I promise you that. I will soon. I will soon. It might be a couple more months before I get it, but I will have one rod that'll kind of have my name on it. That's going to be pretty cool. Let's see. Fishing with Jeff B. What's going on? Okay, boy, this is the question that tends to rile people up sometimes. Anchor fishing, I'm a mono guy. Telling you right now, I'm a mono guy. The only braid I use for catfishing is on my bumping rod, because you just have to. You can't bump with anything else but braid. That's just how it is. But no, I'm a big time mono guy. The line, I like the Ande Monster line. I find it does not have a lot of stretch in it compared to some other brands. I think the line is underrated, to be honest with you. I think it's very underrated, because I've got some 50-pound Ande on some of my reels that I could probably pull myself off anchor with it. There's no way it's just 50-pound test. But I love that Ande. It casts great. It ties really great knots. Actually, really, really great knots. So I'm becoming a very big fan of the Ande. Miss Robin, I ordered a Black Horse Customs bumping rod from Lyle. I ordered one of his rods, and I'm not going to say too much, but he's doing a little something special for me on that rod that he doesn't normally do. And I promise you, I will show it off once I have it in my hands. I promise y'all that. So it's not something that anybody can just go and buy. It's something that's being custom made for me by Lyle. And I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Oh, it's going to be incredible. Worst near miss I've had on my boat in the Mississippi. That was probably about 3 years ago before I bought my boat. I was actually borrowing my father-in-law's 17-foot tracker. And we went out on the Mississippi for the first time in a boat. And long story short, didn't have my stuff together. And the anchor got hung up. And we, in the effort to try to get the anchor out, I had to cut the rope before we got in bad trouble with the front of the boat. It was starting to want to pull the nose down on the boat. And it just, it was a bad situation. I had my knife in my hand. I cut the rope. But that was probably the closest I've come to something bad happening is with that anchor. And that's when I realized I am not equipped to be on the Mississippi with what I've got here. That's the day I found out. I said, you know what? Let's get out of here before something happens. I know a lot of guys that use braid for drill. A lot of guys use braid for everything. I know Lyle will tell you he's a diehard braid guy. He loves braid for everything. It has its place. I don't see the need for it in what I do. I didn't, but you pay for quality. I'll just say it like that. You will pay for a quality. Mike's Fishing Home. What's going on, man? Good to have you in here. This happened for Shizzle, I believe, before you were on YouTube. Everybody who's been on YouTube for a while that watches my stuff knows the story about our one that got away because it happened live on camera. We were doing a 1 versus 1 on Mark's channel, Catfish and Crappie against Ryan Bortz. I hooked into a monster below a hydro with my bumping rod of all things. And after an hour and 50 minutes of trying to get this fish up, he wrapped me around something big down there and I broke him off. It was a massive fish. If you ever want to see it live, go to Mark's channel, 1 versus 1, a rematch between Ryan Bortz and I. It's the last 2 hours of the show. It was live in front of everybody, and I was pretty sick about it for a while because I knew in my mind that was a triple-digit fish. It just had to be. At that point, I know what a 60 and 70-pound fish feels like. He was way bigger. But that's my story about the one that got away. It was, like I said, anybody who's known me for a while knows that story very, 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 very well. Extremely well. Okay, let me go down real quick. Let me make sure we don't have, let's see. I got a lot of questions. This is going to be a good show. Actually, War Pig, we are going to get to some of your questions right here. We can talk about that in a little while. But yeah, this is, that's a detailed question right there. But to quickly answer it, skips, absolutely. Slicker, favorite bait. Current, up to, if it's clean, the more the better. I like that. Bait size, on average, that big. I throw big baits. I love throwing big baits. I hate downsizing. I'm throwing baits the size of my hand, plus or minus. The temperature, 50 and above, because that means I can bump. Anything above 50, I like it. And bite, well, right now, it is what it is. It's the winter. The bite is slow. That's where we're at. So that's a 2-minute version of a 2-hour conversation right there. Let's see. Robin C. Have I ever lost a phone in the river? A rod and reel. I have never fallen out of the boat. I have never done that. I don't think I've even fallen down in the boat. Not that I can recall. Anyway, I don't think I've ever done that. Lost a phone in the river. Yes, I've lost 2. I lost 2 in 1 year. One was because I had it clipped to my hip. When I threw my cast net, it grabbed my phone and threw it out with the cast net. That was the first one. The second one, about 6 months later, I placed my phone on a rail of a little dock that I was bank fishing on in Lake Bruin, North Louisiana. I don't know how it happened, but somehow I knocked the phone off the rail down into the water in about 15 feet of water. So I've lost 2. Rod and reels, I've lost one that I didn't get back. And that was before I was ever doing YouTube. I lost it was a Berkeley big game with a Shakespeare ATS on it. It wasn't an expensive combo. I did lose one on camera during a tournament, but the fish drug it across one of my other lines, hooked the reel, and I got the rod and reel and the fish back all live on camera. That was during the first 1-versus-1 when I fished against J-Dog. So if anybody want to check that little blooper out, again, that's on Mark's channel. So yeah, I've definitely lost some stuff. It is but you remember that one, Big Mike. It was an hour and 52 minutes. It was, oh boy. It was, yeah, look, Becca was there, talking about that big fish moment. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I know Mark has all that video. But if I could repost the whole thing, Mike G, what's going on, brother? John Boyd in the house, what's going on? Let's see. Yeah, did someone say bumping? Absolutely. David Smith, what's going on? Let's see. I'm all about big baits. I'm all about it. It just makes me happy to throw a big bait. It just does. Roger, what is going on, brother? Let's see. Knowing that you have bull sharks in your waters, have you started studying the habits of the shark? Put you in better standings with catfish. I actually have. I've been studying a little bit on why they're there, actually. And it's made sense of a couple of anomalies that I have in my area that I never could figure out as to why when the water gets warm, my fish bite during the middle of the day. And I can't catch them early, and I can't catch them late in the even. Never could figure out why that is. Well, now I know it's because the bull sharks run them out of the areas, and the catfish don't come back into the feeding areas till like midday, even though it's in the middle of the summer. So researching the bull sharks have taught me a little bit as to why my blue cats sometimes behave a little different than what I notice, heck, with everyone else around the country. Why do I always catch these big fish in the middle of the day and not in the morning or in the evening like everybody else? I think that right there has a good bit to do with it, especially in the warm water periods. It's a pattern that they've developed, and that's just how my fish are, Richard, what's going on, brother? Good to have you in chat. Akuma Convectors from Suffolk 832. Yeah, buddy. You better believe it. That is the I saw that show. No, he is not kin to me. I don't know that guy, but he don't live very far from me. He lives a couple hours south of me. But I know the show you're talking about because I watched it too. But no, he is not kin to me. They have more bull sharks down there than we have up here. They stay for longer down there in that brackish water than what we deal with here. Let's see. Yeah. See, it's always the big one, the big one that got away. And I don't lose fish very often. I just don't, But when I do lose one, oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. JR, no, I do not. You know better than this. You know better, Richard. Well, okay, let me correct myself here. I enjoy hooking them and I enjoy fighting them. The problem is I can't get them to unhook themselves once they get to the boat. That's the issue that the sharks and I are trying to work out right now. We're trying to figure out a system of just come to the boat, let me see you, and then go. I do not want to deal with the sharks. They got too many teeth. I really don't want to deal with them. My son doesn't mind. I'd rather not do it. It's cool to see them. Other than that, I really don't want to deal with them. Big Rondo. What is going on? And you see, Mr. Ronald here is revealing some of my secrets here. He knows that Paul is on my mind, and he knows that I'm very much focused on all of that. He knows I'm very much focused. Jamie, what's going on, girl? For those who don't know, this is the other half of JR Fishing. This is Miss Jamie. That's right. I do not like toothy catfish. I don't. I prefer not to deal with them. And plus, after a few minutes, I didn't know that before, they stink. They do. They stink up the back of my boat because I do not know how to handle a shark properly. I am not afraid to say that. I don't. I never in all my years thought I would have to deal with that. Well, here we go. And Richard, I am not going to argue a bit with that statement right there. In fact, if anything, you might be lowballing her a little bit. You might be lowballing her a little. I think it's closer to about 96, 97, if you ask me. But yeah, I definitely agree with that statement. Damn River Boys, what is going on? So as the and for anybody just coming in now that didn't hear me say it before, as we talk about other things, I'm giving everybody the opportunity. This is as long as it's YouTube friendly. I know how some of you people are. It's a ask me anything kind of night. Anything y'all want to know about me, it does not matter what it is. As long as it's YouTube friendly, it doesn't have to be about fishing or anything like that. It could be completely off the wall. Now's y'all chance. I'm going to subject myself to the torture tonight just for y'all. Just for y'all. One time opportunity. You know, while we talk about some other things. Whew. Wow. That's a long list. It is. It's a long list. It's not really I don't have a long list of the where. I really don't, because I still feel I have some of the best waters in the country right here by my house. The where isn't my thing, but the list of people I want to fish with, that is such a long list. I mean, when you talk about some of the big names in catfishing, like Chris Souders, Quentin Robbins, Steve Douglas, you know, obviously people like that, Chris Flores, but even down to so many people in the list of chat that I'd love to just to spend the day with fishing, because I know it would be fun. You know, I mean, that's such probably the number one on my list right now. If I had to pick a number one, is Chris Souders, simply because he and I have talked about doing that very thing. He and I have talked about him coming down here and us fishing down here. So that kind of stays forefront in my mind just because we've had the conversation. You know, and hopefully one of these days we can make it happen. You know, hopefully. But yeah, but that's a long list. It really is. Let's see. Thoughts on the Mad Cat's 10-foot rod and medium heavy. What kind of reel would you put on it? Well, everybody knows I'm a Penn guy, and I'm a Penn Squall guy. I would have a hard time not recommending a Penn Squall. I'll be honest. I would have a real hard time not recommending one. In whatever size suits you for line capacity. I know the size 20 holds a heck of a lot of 40-pound line. I know that. If not, you can go up to the size 30. And whoa. Why is that up there like that? Oh, I know why. Because I didn't hide this one first. Okay. You swear I've never done this before, but, and also, if you more on a budget, the Ancient Mariners, great casting reels, everybody's having pretty good luck with them. And right here, look, got to pay the bills, right? So this is my commercial for the evening. TripleCityAnglers.com. There's my code for 10% off. Both of those reels are sold by Triple City Anglers. So either one you would want, Triple City Anglers has. In fact, that's where my Penn Squall 2 came from. The one I just bought. That's where it came from. Look, see, Penn Squall 2. That's absolutely, that is my new favorite reel. I love that reel. Absolutely love that reel. I need to modify that thing. Hang on a second. Let's try this again. You swear I've never done this before. There we go. That's better. Okay. Can't have that in the way. Come on now. Oh, let's see. I want to make sure I'm going back up. I don't want to miss anybody. I see a lot of people, a lot of people are Team Paula. You know what? I'm Team Paula. I don't know what you're talking about. Soft crawls. Unless you mean crawfish. If you just mean crawfish, yes, I have, and they will catch catfish. I've caught quite a few catfish on crawfish, if that's what you mean. If that's what you're talking about. If not, feel free to correct me in chat. Yeah. Yeah, Dad's basically teasing Justin with all the good food that we fed him last time he came fish with us. Hopefully that's another trip I get to do again. You know the answer to that one, buddy. Good old Dr. Tishner's. If it doesn't kill you first, it'll help it. Mark, what's happening, brother? Good to have you in the house. Hope everybody heals up, gets better, and back to normal, brother. Prayers for you and the family. Oh, I knew somebody was going to do it to me and put me on the spot. Okay, but you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind because I don't think anybody would blame me for my answer. I guess this has to go for if I get 10 notifications, who am I watching first or who am I jumping towards? I'm gonna say Hagen Grubbs. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna say Hagen. I love his stuff. I love the way he does things, fishes with his family, calm, cool demeanor. In my opinion, the guy can't do any wrong. He just can't. I'm not gonna lie. You know, and if you think he's cool in his videos, I've talked to him on the phone a few times. He's even way cooler, like talking on the phone than you would even imagine. So he's really, really cool, down to earth guy. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say Hagen Grubbs. He is. I have to put him number one on the list. I just have to. Has life. What's up, champ? What's going on, brother? Good to have you in the show. We just doing a little talking. That's all. We're just doing a little talking and letting people, basically letting people troll me tonight. I'm giving people a rare opportunity. Danny, what's going on, brother? Good to have you in the house. But yeah, like I said, fresh shed. I've never got the chance to use basically you call them a soft shell crawfish. I've never had the opportunity to use one. Everyone, I imagine they wouldn't stay on the hook very well. That's what I would assume. But I've never used the soft shells. No, they don't have any problem with crawfish shells. I can tell you that now. A catfish has zero problem with that hard shell. But I've never actually had the opportunity. Not gonna lie. Hey, see, Dale, I'm telling you, if you need you one, there's the website. There's my code scrolling right across the screen. Has ships fast. He does. He's really, really on point with the shipping. I really got to give it to him on that one. He responds quick and he ships quick, and you'll have it quick. See, that's the best part. Because when you buy something, it's like, come on, got to have it. So if you're looking for those Penn Squalls, has got them. You will not be disappointed. I love them, love them, love them, love them. Favorite reel, hands down. And that is just all there is to it. Yeah, Rivers. And look, absolutely. If you got to put me on the spot, I'll shout out a name. But let me tell you something. There's a lot of people either tied for first place or a very close second. You know what I mean? A lot of people. It's a hard question, but you know what? I'll answer it. Like I said, this is a ask me anything. This is y'all chance. If y'all ever wanted to know anything about me that I maybe don't say out loud, which isn't very much, but hey, here's y'all shot. Wow. That is what I'm talking about, Miss Becca. Occasionally get to see you cook on camera. Cooking segment on the channel. Okay, well, these are some good questions, and thank you very, very much for the super chat, Roger. Hey, it helps Roger keep the show going, so we appreciate it. Basically, the inspiration for all the dishes is my family. I've watched my family cook all this stuff all my life. My grandfather, my dad. These are ways of cooking passed down generation after generation. This is my heritage, is the way I cook. So that's the answer to that one. An actual cooking segment, not really. I'm just gonna throw some out there every now and then. I'll be honest, like when the weather's bad and I can't go fishing, I'm probably gonna cook instead. They're just gonna come out at random whenever I can. Not a specific segment, but that's how we're gonna do it. Favorite dish, hands down, don't even have to think about it. Alligator gar, boulettes, we call them, the gar balls in a gravy. That's not even a question. My favorite, and that is one I will be cooking for y'all one day. Promise you. Favorite way to fix catfish, hard to beat good fried catfish. It's really hard to beat, but I also love doing it in the coubillon, we call it, which is kind of a reddish gravy with onions and all. That's a good way too, but you can't go wrong with good fried catfish. Absolutely not. But appreciate that, Becca. Thank you very, very, very much. It is much appreciated. Let's see. Hopefully I ain't falling too far behind. I hope I'm keeping up. What would be the number one thing you would tell a new boat owner? If you're, let's say, for example, and I'm going to use me for an example because this is exactly what I did. If you're trying to decide between an 18-foot and a 20-foot, get the 20-foot. Get the biggest boat you can afford. Because for every if you think a boat is big enough, it's not. Get a bigger one. That's my advice on that. Because that's what I was trying to debate between the 18 and a 20-foot. I went ahead and I got the 20-foot, and I'll be honest, I could use a 24. It's like there's never, it's like building a shop. There's no such thing as big enough. It don't matter how big you get, you can always have more room. Make sure it suits your needs, but get the biggest boat you can afford. That is, if my one piece of advice, that is it right there. Don't skimp on the size because you're going to need the room. Especially like me. I bring a lot of people fishing with me. You need the room. Simple as that. You got to have the room. Let's see. I hope I didn't miss saying hi to anybody in the chat. Chucky, what's going on? See, just as I was wondering if I missed out on anybody. Truer words have never been spoken. Penn Squall is life. Penn Squall is now. The Warfares, great reels. I've got a couple of them. Entry level reels, the Penn Rivals. Hey, they're good little reels too. I still have one, but the Squalls, it's just that's where it's at. You know me. Look, hey, I got big shoulders. I can carry the load. I can carry the load of a few trolls. I'm okay with that. That is no big thing to me at all. Let's see. I'm falling behind, guys. I apologize for that. Miss Ashley Brady, what is going on? Let's see. War Pig, good to have you in the show, brother. You have a good night. Let's see. Yes, that's another thing we're going to cook. See, a catfish or chafalaya, that is a two-stage thing. That involves frying catfish, then making crawfish etouffee and pouring it on top of the fried catfish. But yes, that is one thing we're going to have to do one of these days for just pure, absolute pure torture. Have to sell it. Oh boy. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of, yeah, because if you see me cooking, that means the conditions are not favorable for me being on the river. That is actually yeah, a chafalaya. Emphasis on the second syllable. A chafalaya, not atchafalaya. That's how we know you're not from around here. If you say atchafalaya, then we know. A chafalaya. Second syllable. Remember that. Y'all heard me say it correct at least once. So now y'all know. Yeah. Well, like I said, the biggest one that you can, and in that case, garage space for a boat. That's a big thing. You know, I'm fortunate. I got a huge metal roof behind my house. I could put another boat nose to nose with mine if I wanted to. Thankfully, I've got the room for it. But yeah, to keep a boat outside all the time, but hey, some people have to do it. You know, at least the boat's there. At least the boat's there. Zach Murray, what's going on, Zach? Good to have you in the house, man. Let's see who else we got. Dan River Boys. I'm pretty sure I said hi to you, but I'm gonna cover my bases on that one. Douglas Fletcher, what's going on, man? Nice to have you in the show. Let's see. Squalls for casting and the slammer or the spin fisher for spinning. Cool. Okay. I don't use much spinning reels anymore. For my bait fishing, I do. Okay. On the warfare, I'll tell you a trick about a warfare. On a warfare, you have to spin the handle one complete round before it engages the reel. What I do, I disengage the reel, let the handle fall to the low, like to the bottom. I lock my reel, then I unlock it again. There ain't no way it's going to make a whole other round when you're casting it. But that's a little trick that I do with the warfares to make sure that handle doesn't engage your reel in the middle of the cast. Unlock it, let the handle flop down, lock it back, unlock it again, cast. It's a little extra step, but it's a little bit of insurance that sucker won't lock up on you and bust your line. Hey, look, like I said, that's what tonight's about. If you're curious about anything, now's the time. Because I don't realize that there's some things that y'all don't know. Like there's a lot of people that don't know what I do for a living, don't know, some people don't know exactly where I live. It just, you know, hey, you got questions, I got answers. That's the yeah, look, I've heard the same thing that as good as the Squall is, that the Fathom is even better. But for the price, the Squall is so good for what I like. I just don't see the Fathom being so good that it's worth the extra money for me. Not yet, at least. It's easy to say when you can't afford them. That's easy to say. But for now, Mr. James Fox, what's going on? What's going on, man? Good to have you in the show, bro. We just having a little fun. We just hanging out. There ain't nothing serious going on in here. Yeah, see, JR, I'm the same way. That's a big price jump right there for a reel, especially as cat fishermen. You're looking at buying a bunch of them. If it's just one, you know, you can convince yourself. But if you're looking at upgrading and buying 6, 8, 10, 12 of them, ooh, yeah, that could get. Did I miss Smoke? Oh, sure enough, I miss him. What's going on, Smoke? Potomac River Monsters. Good to have you in the show, my friend. Let's see who else is in the house. Make sure I didn't. I'm so paranoid about missing people because I don't like to be missed in chat. I don't like that when people overlook me. I know that's not what it is, but I don't like it, so I ain't gonna do it to y'all. Lance McCoo guy, what's going on, brother? Yes, we do. As a matter of fact, we do, Bobcat. I know you've been dying to hear me say corn at least once, but yes, we do put sweet corn in our crawfish whenever we boil them. That's absolutely, we do put sweet corn, we put mushrooms, purple onions, smoked sausage. Dude, nothing is sacred. It all goes in. It all goes, but absolutely, we put corn in the crawfish bowl. Have your lips on fire. They will be on fire by the time you're, well, I guess so. You know where I live. You live about an hour south of me. No, I do not. If I thought for a second that I could make money on that, I would think about it. But no, ain't nobody paying for that. Come on now. Actually, I'm gonna go back to what I grew up fishing for, and that was for sac-a-lait. You know, crappie, like most other people know it as. I grew up catching those, and it's very, very, very fun, especially when the bite is on and you can catch a bunch of them. It's a lot of fun. As far as on the bucket list, we mentioned that earlier. Yellowfin tuna, They catch a lot of them down here, Venice, Louisiana, south of my house. I've never really been offshore fishing. Not really. Love to go after yellowfin tuna if it's a bucket list that you're asking about. But something common, sac-a-lait. I haven't done it in a few years, but I love sac-a-lait fishing. You know, that's what I grew up doing. You know, that's how I learned to fish. Hey, true words never been spoken. Trust your agent. They are worth it, and you are worth it. I can hear him saying that in his voice. I really can. Ripping Lips, what's going on, brother? How is the queen this evening? How's the queen? That's what we all want to know. How's the queen doing this evening? Yeah, I know, right? Bobcat pays the fee, so, and plus he does all my stickers and everything too. So Bobcat is allowed to troll me. He has unlimited troll points as far as I'm concerned, as far as Bobcat goes. Unlimited troll points. Not many people get that. Not many people. Robin C is asking some awesome questions tonight. Favorite fishing memory from childhood. Okay, I want it. Dad, I'm pretty sure Dad is still in chat. I want to see if he remembers this. Okay. Holmes Dam. Dad knows what I'm talking about. Holmes Dam. I was maybe 10 years old, 9, 10 years old. We went to Holmes Dam, and all it is a dirt crossing of the bayou, not far from the house, and there's a big pipe that allows water to go through. It's almost like a dirt weir in a way, but it's a road that crosses it. And the water had come up. There's water coming out of this pipe, and the water on both sides was pretty equal to each other. And I just remember sitting on the end of this big metal pipe, probably 24 inches, just little Zebco 33 with a worm and just smoking these huge brim. I mean, every time the cork wouldn't hit the water and just bam, they would go down, go down, go down. I can't remember how many we caught. I just remember that was the best, easiest brim action ever had. For some reason, that memory sticks with me more than most as far as fishing from my childhood, is going that one time to Holmes Dam and just burning up those huge brim, huge brim, probably, way bigger than your hand, close to a pound. It is crazy. Let's see, from Jamie, what's the one thing you want to do better as an angler? I want to fish my own waters to their true potential. I feel, yes, we catch big fish. We do. I know there's way bigger in my waters. I want to get better at catching those even bigger fish that I know are in the waters. And I just want to pinpoint my targeting of big fish a little better than what I do. I'm not going to say I catch big fish on accident. Not really. I put myself in a position where I know big fish are. I want to get better at what Chris Sauer calls find the fish, catch the fish. Specifically, mark a big fish, throw on him, catch that fish. That's something that I don't do much of, that I want to get good at and perfect, is really specifically targeting individual big fish. That's definitely something I want to get better at. Let's see. Let me not say never. I went on one offshore walk-on trip when I was a senior in high school. We caught like it was off the coast of Florida. Went catch like some white snapper and stuff like that. Some bonita. It wasn't a real big time offshore fishing trip. But yeah, never really been offshore fishing, not really. But actually, as 3 bull sharks have come into my boat. My son caught one, my nephew Blake caught one, and Sean T. I know Sean T Outdoors. Y'all see him in chat all the time. When he came with me one time, he got to pull in one of the bull sharks. I technically haven't caught a bull shark yet. Everybody else, I let everybody else reel one in, but they all come in my boat, so I get a little bit of the credit, of course. I get a little bit of credit for all the fish. I got news for them. because they're coming in my boat. So Miss Sharina, the Iron Queen herself. What's happening, Sharina? Good to have you in the chat. Hope you're having a good night. All right, good night, Miss Paula. Hope you have a good one. Kenneth, take down catfishing. What's going on, Mr. Kenneth? Ooh, I know Gabe has been fishing with me and Dad, really. Gabe actually, I have to do this separately. With Gabe, it wasn't a particular moment or memory, but Gabe kind of got me back into fishing because I did the whole working on cars thing for years. I didn't fish hardly at all anymore for years. Gabe was starting to get into bass fishing, and he kind of got me fired back up to start fishing. And he and I started this trophy catfishing venture together. You know, he and I first, when everybody else thought we were crazy, started doing the research, watching YouTube, learning how to do this stuff. So that's an overall memory with me and Gabe is, you know, he and I are the ones that really took this and started it and took off with it into the monster it is today. And with my youngest son, Caleb, it has to be this past fall, and I have a video on my channel of when he actually reeled in his first catfish. Because I mean, y'all know the story with my son Caleb. It's been an effort over the past few years to get him used to being in the boat, to have him actually want to come with us, and now he actually wants to reel in fish. So that first time that he actually ran to the back of the boat and wanted to pull in a fish, that was a big win. That was a big moment for us, you know, for where we've come with him over the past years of him being too scared to even get in the boat, you know, 3 years ago. So two separates, but that's my two best memories with my kids, you know, things that have happened, you know. Let's see. Just scrolling through. Crappie Day Fish on. What's going on, man? Good to have you in here. And guys, we have burned through almost an hour already of basically just sitting there and just talking about nothing. But you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with that. My OG broadcast brother, tapping and Stan. I know I said hi to you once already, but I'll say hi again. I'll say hi again. Ooh. Okay. I have two answers to the favorite fishing spot. If I'm anchoring, everybody in the family calls it the honey hole. Y'all have seen me fish it so many times. You know, that's where I was this past time on the river rats. It's that confluence of the Red River and the Chaffalaya River where they meet up at that point. You know, Big Wrench, you know, all the guys local, they know where I'm talking about. Anchor fishing, that is my spot. That spot has been so good to me over the years. It has caught us so many PBs, so many big fish. It's a consistent spot. It hardly ever lets me down. Anchor fishing, that is my spot at that big confluence. My bumping spot, which is the only place I bump, is just upstream, just up that channel from that point. There's a big hydroelectric plant, and we bump below that hydro. So bumping, that is my spot below that hydro. Anytime y'all see a bumping rod in my hands, I promise you that hydro is in my back. That's where I'm at. You know, it's real simple. That's a two-part question. Favorite time of year? That's got to be the fall. I love the fall from mid-September all the way till the first of the year. That is absolutely my favorite time of year to fish. Hands down is the fall. It just, for us, it can't be beat. Kevin Fishes, what's going on? Miss Laura the Explorer, what's going on? Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, see, he knew that confluence. He already knew what I was going to say. Yeah, exactly. Whatever happened. And look, you never know. You know, I know Gabe likes coming in the river. He likes fishing. If you want, I don't see him doing the YouTube thing, but he just likes going fishing. That's all he's worried about, and I don't blame him at all. You know, maybe long after I decide I don't do YouTube more, that's all I'm gonna do is just fish. Catfishing? No, I don't. In fact, little known fact about me, being you brought that up, in public waters, I'll say this: in public waters, to my memory, I have never caught a catfish off the bank. That I can remember. Now, maybe I'm missing one from somewhere, but in public waters, I've never done it. Only catfish I've ever caught off the bank is like in somebody's pond, in a private pond. But in public, no. To my memory, I've never caught a catfish off the bank. For sure, not in the last 25 years. I know that for certain. So no, I'll bank fish for other stuff, but for catfish, I am not a bank guy. I want to be in that boat. Okay, yeah, see, I can tell I'm running behind because they'll ask a question twice. But hey, if I don't see it, absolutely. Well, Big Wrench doesn't live far from me, and he fishes some of the same waters I do. So that's some of the reason for that is he knows my areas. He knows where I fish. He has bank fished. He's actually bank fished in my bumping spot a few times. So he knows the area like me. He's a local. You know, he's local to my area. But Cold Creek catfishing, what's going on? But guys, I mean, look, we're already an hour. We had an awesome show. Everybody, especially Miss Robin, I got to give her that. She had some awesome questions for me. That kind of made me think a little while. It really did. I had some other stuff that I was maybe thinking about talking about, but hey, you know, the questions were so good, and you know, it took me a little time to answer. We took up the show just with doing that, and that's awesome. But and look, y'all know me. I always have my email. I'm available if y'all got questions for me. I ain't I'm getting text messages right now. Yeah, okay. All right. I know. My son's school. But yeah, look, it's been an awesome show. I had fun. I had fun answering the question. They definitely made me think. Don't know what next show is going to bring just yet. We will see when that time comes. I believe, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, we have a show that follows us now with Mr. I can't talk tonight. Dustin, Team Snag and Whiskers, his SNL show, I believe, is tonight after us. So if I'm correct, hopefully I'm not wrong, but if I'm correct, hey, y'all go check him out. And Roger, yes, we do. Absolutely. Look, I'm going to brag on us a little bit, but I really think we have some of the best, you know, coolest, you know, ask the best questions. It's the best crowd. I mean, y'all make us think, y'all keep us on our toes, and y'all are always thirsty for more information. It can't get any better than that, you know, because it makes us want to be better. It makes us have those conversations about, man, what I wonder what people are like. You know, what do we want to do next? What do we want to teach somebody? What do we want to show? What guests do we want to have? You know, it's to try to bring y'all the best information we possibly can, because, and I know I can speak for Roger. We've talked about this many times. There's no greater pride for me than when somebody comes in chat, I'm backwards, and says, hey, man, that thing y'all talked about a while back, hey, I caught a fish, or I caught a bigger fish, or I caught more fish, you know, thanks to y'all information. Dude, it don't get any better than that. It gets absolutely no better than that at all. Big Bill, what's going on, brother? Actually, Robin, Kelly Bullock is before our show. He's before Thursday night. So I'm wrong? Okay. So look, see? So you know what? Y'all go check him out on Thursday night. I knew he followed somebody. Yeah, it's on Thursday. See, I knew Danny tries to keep me straight. I try to keep up with everybody. I do. I try. A lot of shows now, which is an awesome thing. A little something for everybody. So on that note, guys, I had fun. It was a good show. I appreciate it. K&B, what's up? A little late, but what's up? What's going on, brother? I appreciate all y'all. Y'all are so good to us. It means the world to us, to me and Roger. Let's see. Hang on. Ultimate question: when can you take a week off to haul my butt around and catch sharks, Asian carp, and cats? If you want to do all three at the same time, you realize you're going to have to come back in the middle of the summer, right? I'm just throwing that out there. If you could somehow break that up into two, 3 separate trips, that'd be cool. But that would have to be in the middle of the summer, and that's going to take some prep on your part, like hydration and possibly some visits to the sauna to prepare yourself for the heat. Because now you know, Justin. Now you know, and possibly prepare your digestive system for the food that we're going to feed you. That's a whole other thing too. But it maybe not a week. We could do a few days. I for sure we could do a few days. I know that. So it could happen, but it's going to be hot. I have to warn you now, it's going to be hot. So, all right, guys, with that, I'm out. Thank y'all very much. And like we always say, bon pêche, everybody. Thank y'all.